Good morning, good morning. So the Lord wants to talk about marriage and firstborn. All right, marriage. To my understanding, Jesus, you was never married in the Bible. The only thing I know, some say Jonah was a woman because of the kiss, but you never indulge in marriage problems. So I don't know. Maybe it's something more deeper. Well, I mean, the marriage of a woman, man and woman. But Adam dealt with it. So you supervised over it, but you never experienced it. Firstborn, to my knowledge, you didn't have a child. So you didn't experience that. Okay? But you know what it's like to be a child. Okay? So now, we're going to speak on that. Marriage. Marriage, Lord, first, can I speak freely? First, Lord, this is your church. This is your kingdom. I can only speak of what I see, what I experience, and what I have learned in marriage. For me to teach your kids, I want to teach truth. I want to teach from my eyes. So I ask you, can I speak freely? And as things start to come to me, I may can bring scriptures in it. But for right now, I ask you, can I speak freely? Thank you, Lord. Marriage and your firstborn child. What a topic. What a topic. Well, I do know this. The sweet Lord loves your first. He doesn't like your firstborn. He doesn't like it. Because your firstborn takes the attention of him. And your first wife will take the attention from him. So, that's two things in common. It's not a sin to have a child, and it's not a sin to get married. It's not a sin. In the Catholic Church, they don't believe a priest can get married. That's the Catholic Church. So, if God said it's not a sin, the Catholic says the priest can't get married. So the priest can't get married, the priest can't have kids. So, is it a sin to be alone? That's my question. Is it a sin to be alone? How could you teach, or how could you give marriage counseling if you never experienced marriage? How could you give parental guidance if you never had a child? That's what I ask the Catholics. When I go into a Catholic church, he can't talk to me about marriage because you're not allowed to get married. So how can you give me advice on marriage? You're giving me advice on not to be married. So the advice you're giving me is literally telling me to leave my wife. Your advice, you telling me is, you know, to mistreat my child because you never experienced it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. But how could you give advice if you never experienced it? So if I'm a priest in a Catholic church and I have to talk to someone, people in my congregation are married. I can't get married, but you come to me for advice. What advice could I give you? I'm giving you the advice to become a priest. Walk away. Don't let that woman do what she do. Walk away. That will be the objective to the advice that you asking me for. Because I'm leading you to something greater. So, okay, hypothetically, I'm being real with you. It's me and God. I asked God to allow me to speak. If I'm the Pope, and you call me Papa, and you come to me, a country comes to me for advice on birth control. Right? Now, I'm so into the word. I'm so into God. That's what I believe in. I'm giving you realness. I'm the Pope. So, you come to me, birth control. Well, my job is to lead you to become a Pope. Abortion should never be denied. Should never be denied. Because to become a priest, you can't have no kids. I'm giving you realness. I'm giving you realness now. If I'm so rooted in the word. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I believe in. I believe this is the path to the Father. And I'm telling you, to get that better relationship with the Father, you can't have no obstacles in your way. So abortion should be. You should be able to get rid of the child to keep your citizenship to become a priest. If you want to become a priest, the woman has to adhere to your path, your calling, and say, I'm sorry, so-and-so. I'm so sorry, so-and-so, but I can't become a priest because I have to have no ties. I got to be pure. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, how do you preach about abortion? Of saying abortion should be illegal. How? How can you preach on that? Because you're telling, you're saying you're going to be the only one that makes it to heaven? That's what you're saying? You're supposed to teach the way to the Father. You understand what I'm saying? You got to teach the way to the Father. So if you're saying abortion is illegal, that they should not stop abortion, then how about you? How can someone fill your shoes? How can someone come after you? Then who's living a lie? What's the path to the Father? You understand what I'm saying? You have to teach the way to the Father. You got to teach it. Now, I'm not saying the Pope doesn't say not to get married. I'm not saying the Pope has never been married. But if me, I can't say he, if I'm the Pope, my job is to make sure that someone comes after me. So if the law is not to get married, not to have kids, then abortion should not be illegal. Because I want someone to come on after me. The man has that right to tell the woman, I don't want that child. And that woman has to adhere to that. Because the woman can't go but so far in the Catholic Church. So if I'm a Catholic, right, my thing is, I got to refrain from sex to become high. I'm teaching you, you can't have sex. I'm teaching you to have a relationship. It's not going to get you to the Father. Because if I'm on the way to the Father, I'm an example. Do you understand what I'm saying? So how can I live example and tell you something different? Okay? This is why I tell you, if you seeking God and you don't have questions, you're not seeking Him. So if the pastor that's leading you can't get married, can't have kids, other words, he's saying that's the way to the Father. So it's okay for you to have kids? It's okay for you to get married? Then who's wrong? Who's wrong? Now you see why I can't follow a Pope. I can't follow the Pope. The Pope doesn't exist with me. Because he's a middleman. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's a middleman. Now, this is God. He brought the topic. He brought the topic, marriage and your firstborn. Catholics don't believe in neither one. A priest don't believe in neither one. So if he don't believe in neither one, you're following him. Which way is the right way? For you to go out here and have a wife as a man? Is that right? But the man teaching you can't. So how far can you go? He's teaching you. He's supposed to lead you to the Father. So he's going to go and you're not? Do you understand what I'm saying? So he's leading you, right? He's leading you to the Father. Get away from me, Satan. You understand what I'm saying? He's supposed to lead you to the Father. Now, so here you is. You got a wife. You got 2 kids. You go to the Catholic Church, and the priest is holy ceremony. He's giving you a ceremony, right? He's saying, He wants to lead you to St. Mary. Now, he's leading you to St. Mary. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Okay? He's leading you to St. Mary. But he can't have a wife, or he can't have sex. So how far can you go with a wife and kids? How far can you go? These are questions that you need to ask. So, am I living wrong? Am I a sinner? Am I a sinner? Because I got a wife and kids? I want to meet the Father. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Okay? Hold on. I'm going to go deep with you. Now, this is God brought the message. This ain't my topic. This is God giving the message. Marriage and your firstborn. So, think about it now. You're going, okay, you get mad at the federal government, or you get mad at police officers when they run the light. You get mad. You write a petition. This cop is running the light for no reason at all. He's supposed to lead by example. You get mad at the president. You got mad at Bill Clinton for having a sexual encounter with Monica. He's supposed to lead by example. You do all this stuff, all this stuff. Here it is, you got a priest. You got a priest. He's telling you that to be pure, you can't get married. So you have a wife and kids, and you go to him to get to the Father. So are you wrong for having a wife and kids? Think about it. Are you wrong? Hold on, look. I'm preaching to you now. I'm being real with you. God is about realness. Yes, ma'am. God is real. Don't you never forget that. Don't you never. God don't want you to be dumb.
Aquí voy pasando por el cerro.
Thank you, señorita. Okay? Now they say it's okay to be gay. Okay? It's the Catholic Church. You can't get married. The priest can't get married. The priest can't have kids, but it's okay for you to be gay. That's the priest. So, if a pastor is telling you about gay, so are you going to meet the Father if you're not gay? So you got to be gay to go to heaven? I'm going to spit it to you real. I'm giving it to you real. Giving it to you real and raw. Because that's what the Lord want me to teach you on. He want me to teach you on realness. You understand? I'm giving you real and raw. So if I'm going and I want to meet the Father, I'm going through something, I'm having a hard time in life, right? I go to a church, and this is a representative of what God wants you to be. He's striving to be better. So now, if he's telling to become a priest, you can't be married, you can't have kids. So now you're gonna look at your wife like, hey, you below me. You're nothing to me. Because I can't have you to go to heaven. Do you understand? God is not going to honor you by my side. Okay, then the first thing she's going to say is, well, how did a woman come about if that's the way to the Father? How did I get made? Why did God make me? That's a woman's questions. You understand what I'm saying? But you follow someone, they teach you, but you don't question nothing. Now, okay, marriage and your firstborn. We gonna still go deep. We still gonna go deep. Now we gonna go into other religions. Okay? Let's go into the Baptist religion. Marriage and your firstborn. Okay? What came first? What came first? Your firstborn. God made his firstborn child, Jesus. That was first. Right? That was first. Hold on, let me finish my water. We gonna talk. Come on, we gonna talk now. This is Sundays. This is Sunday. Okay? It's Sunday service. We in church. We talking. So, now, this is church. I'm a pastor. Not Catholic church. This is this church. Now, I have murderers. I have gay. I have child molesters. I have sex addicts. I have cop killers. I have bad cops. I have politicians. I got mayors, governors, kings of certain countries, dictators. All these comes to my church. Now, I'm giving them the word. The word is, I'm leading you to the Father. So, by other people coming to church, are you watching the gays? Are you watching the politicians? Are you watching the governors? Are you watching the mayors, the president? Who are you watching? You're watching the one that's giving you the word. So if I'm saying the way that God led me is the way to the Father. I'm not gay. So, in other words, I'm telling you, gay ain't it. I'm not a child molester. In other words, I'm telling you, child molesting ain't gonna get you to heaven. I'm not a cop killer. So killing a cop ain't gonna get you to heaven. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, I can say whatever I want. But how I live. Do you understand? Marriage and your firstborn. So, we all agree your firstborn was before marriage. Came before marriage. God had a son. The son was Jesus. Right? Then Jesus made Adam. After Adam, he made Eve. That's when the marriage came about. Now, they teach you that a man is a king of the castle because God made humans in his image. God just made Jesus. You understand? He made Jesus. So, by him making Jesus, he said, I give you dominion over the earth. So Jesus made Adam. I give you dominion over the earth. And everything else is below you. So then he made Eve. Right? So, now remember. So, is the priest wrong for saying you can't have marriage? Is the priest wrong for saying you can't have kids? But you go to him because you trying to, either you're going to him for the wrong reason or you're going to him for the right reason. One of these reasons, you got to ask yourself that question. And any woman that's in the Catholic Church need to ask that question too. Why in the world are you going to Catholic Church when a priest can't get married? How far can you go? How far are you up in the Catholic realm? So, if you can't go far, why in the world you out here saying women's rights in the world? Any woman that's a Catholic is not following the Catholic law. Because you shouldn't be in charge. Because a man can't even marry you. A priest can't even marry you. So you out in the world saying, I'm a Catholic, and a person of God looking like, if you're a Catholic, why do you want domination then? God don't even acknowledge you as being that high up. Even Nancy Pelosi, I think she's a Catholic. God doesn't honor you. God doesn't honor you, the Speaker of the House, because you're not living the laws of a Catholic. Do you understand that? That's a Catholic. Marriage in your firstborn. This is your religion, not mine. It's what you believe in, not me. Not me. Okay? So any woman that I see that say she's a Catholic and she's a CEO or she's saying this and that, I'm saying to myself, if Catholic is the right way, you're about to get smoked. You're about to get your head cut off. Because a man can't even marry you. He can't even marry you to walk the walk of a Catholic priest. You will never be married. Do you understand that? But you're a Catholic. But now, because you're mad because the laws God put in place, and you're saying, God, you're wrong. But you're a Catholic. I'm just speaking real. I'm just speaking real. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the person that made the Catholics. Don't get mad at me. Because anything with God, I question. Because I want to know about God. You understand? So now, marriage and firstborn. I'm in church. All these people in my church. So now, yeah, they can come in. They can talk about the worldly stuff. Yeah, no problem. Even the President of the United States comes into my church. President Biden comes to my church. He's not bigger than me in this congregation. He's not even near me. He's coming to get a relationship with the Father. So, and here is my laws. Well, it's not my laws, it's God's laws. So God is looking at me on how I'm teaching him. So if I'm living right and he's doing the opposite, he's living wrong. Do you understand that? If you're going to a church, he's a representative. How can you hear the word of God without a pastor? So if he's giving you the law, if he's living the law, you're living wrong if you're living different than that law. You're living wrong. Do you understand that? Okay. Now, we are in church. Married couple comes to me, having problems in their marriage. I don't want to hear about what he did or what she did. I care less about that. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's going to make the other person feel they're right. First thing I'm going to tell you, do you love each other? Do you love each other? If you say, I don't know if I love him or not, no, that's not the question. It's not the question. Do you love him and do you love her? Right? You might say yeah, you might say no. Then the next question I'm going to ask you, do you love God? And you probably both say yes. So, if that's the case, then do you believe that God brought y'all together? You might say, at one time I did. Okay. I earned that because that means it showed me that you're growing, but you need growth. Okay. How many times did you walk astray from God and go back? Don't tell me you never walked astray. Don't tell me you did everything perfect. We all walk astray from God. Not every morning you get up and you pray. Not everything you do, you give God acknowledgement. You went astray. But you always go back. Right? So if God brought y'all two together, why are you walking astray? What happened? What did you do? Not what did the opposite person do. What did you do? Did you go astray? Because you want to walk away. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's something different. You come to me saying that you two want to get married. But you come to me, y'all two already married. You come to me for advice. So I'm going to ask you, do you love them? Love each other? It might be yes, it might be no. My next question is, do you love God? If you love God, don't you go astray from God? Don't you get upset how God operates sometimes? Your flesh hates God. Your flesh hates him. Your flesh hates God. But your spirit wants more of him. So now, is it your flesh that hates? Or is your flesh that love each other? Which one is it? Both of them is not going to agree. Either you spiritually in love with each other, or you fleshly in love with each other. And if you fleshly in love with each other, God didn't bring y'all two together. Because God hates flesh. But you got to ask yourself. So, on both of y'all parts, what y'all are attracted to is nothing, it's far from God. So y'all need to, first, put God in your life. First. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to pray together. You need to ask him for guidance for each one of you together. Strengthen your minds as one, or strengthen us to be apart. However it chooses to be. But you got to put God in it. That's what I would give you on marriage. Now, if you want to think about getting married, come to my church. Pastor, I met this young lady, or I met this young man. I would like to marry, like you get married, okay? What about him or her do you like? What about him or her do you like? You're gonna come out with answers. I just like how you do things. Okay. Darn that. I mean, you're growing, but you need growth. Okay. If you don't say that God brought us together, I'm going to say slow it down. Then if you tell me, I think God brought him to my life, I'm going to say, okay, what happened in your life that you was down and out, and this person come into your life to uplift you? I want to hear that you was all good and calm You know, I was just going to the club, enjoying myself, and I don't want to hear that. What time in your life was you down and out and needed someone to uplift you? God works on less resources. So, did you have bad credit? Was you in debt? Was you sick? Did you have a child strung out on drugs? What part in your life that you were so frustrated and you told God, I'm tired? So this person walked into your life. God gave you words of encouragement. God brought you there. Right? He brought you there. Tell me that. You tell me, oh, I was going out, me and my girls, and I went to church. I seen this fine man sitting over there, or I seen this fine woman sitting over there. Okay. What was going on in your life? What was going on in your life that oppressed you? What was going on in your life that oppressed you when this person came about? If you can't answer that, that was lust. Do you understand? That was lust. That was lust. You married for lust. Now, I'm not saying both of y'all did, but one of you married for lust. So now, you got to work out the lust. Right? And sometimes to work out that lust, God got someone better for you. I know you don't want to hear it, because you're so much in love with lust. You're so much overwhelmed with being alone that you love lust. Understand? And that's okay. You're young. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not saying for you to not marry him. But if you're telling me that he's heaven sent, what was going on in your life before you met him, that God gave him a voice to speak to you, to help you? If you were sick and had doctor bills, so he gave you him to help you with your doctor bills? Did he give you words of advice that encourage you to work through sickness? What did he do? Oh, his body. Oh, the way he made love to me. Okay. I heard that. That's lust. If you marry just for sex, you're going to have a lot of problems in marriage. So let me explain something to you. God can disrupt that sex life easily. Then what you got? But you said, oh, this is the man for me. If you ain't down and out, crying out to the Lord, not for a soulmate, but crying out to help you, God didn't bring him. That's lust. That's lust. I'm telling you right now, that's lust. You got to convert that lust into spiritual. And once you convert it, y'all two might hate each other. One might start using drugs, stressed out because you ain't the person that they thought they was. You got to convert lust into spiritual. And very seldom, a lust becomes into a dream come true relationship. Very seldom. I'm just being real with you. Being real with you. Okay? Now, I use the Catholic Church about the kids. So now, we in church. Pastor, I done prayed for my child. My child out in these streets, hanging with these gang members, doing these gang signs. And all I'm hearing, these gangs that's doing is drive-bys. They doing all this stuff, Father. I'm trying to pull my child out, Father. What can I do? Okay. First, ask God. God, has I proved my faithfulness to you? God, I'm faithful to you, God. Am I faithful to you, Father? Have I obeyed you, Father? What I went wrong, Father? In relationship with me and you, Father. Is it me, Father? Is it me? I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. But I also know that I haven't been praying like I'm supposed to pray to you, Father. These are questions you need to ask first. This is what I'm going to tell you. You need to get down. Don't ask. Don't sit there and pray that your son come home. You ask God, how can you get a better relationship with him first? Because he might have pulled your son away because you're not showing no type of commitment to him. That's first. So when your son's strung out on drugs or out in that gang, first, you go to God. Lord, I haven't been faithful. I only do what a human does. You're not human. I can't see you. I can't feel love like I feel love from a human being, love, with you. But if you come into my life, Father, or Lord, where I can see you and understand you, know who I pray to, maybe I can be better. But all I have is a human love, and that's a child. That's all I have. I don't have nothing else. I hear stories about you that you can work miracles. But the miracle I need you to work on is me. I need you to work on me, Father. You take that to him first. And let him work on your son. You take that to him first. Because now, if he gets you a relationship with him, he's going to correct your son. Because your son maybe can't go out on his own. So he may have to kill the 5-star general that's in that set. He may got to kill the first 5 people in the set for them to change. Do you understand that? First, you go to him and ask him to work a miracle in you. That's first. Okay? Marriage and firstborn. I don't have it all, but I know salvation. Okay? Now, I got a child. Child's in a group home. A group home brings the kids to church. Kids is rebuking authority because they at an age they feel they're not going to have a home. They feel that only people that gets adopted is babies. So they have hatred in their heart for people that love babies because they feel nobody loves me. Okay? So they come to church. And they seeing all these families with babies and hugging, and they feel some kind of way. So they get up, they walk around church. They don't want to listen. It's okay. I don't stop what I'm talking about because I know it's the devil trying to stop my speech. I go on. I'll continue on preaching. Now I might say, after I finish speaking what my main topic is, I will say, fathers and mothers, leave your child there and go to another child and hug a child. I want you to sit there for the remainder of the service. But leave your child over there. Somebody else either leave them alone. If it's not enough mothers and fathers, mother, separate from your father, separate from your husband, and you all get one child. But it can't be your child. Leave your child alone. And let me finish my sermon. I'll continue preaching. Your child is going to be looking at you. And I'm going to say, now, parents, do your child see God first, or do he see you first? Because your child's still not listening to me. But you saying this orphan child, that's a bad child. That child just wanted to be loved by a parent. And your child is in the household with you and still can't see God. They see you. So, take the time out to teach your kid God. You understand? Because your child gonna act up just like that other child is when you're not around. Because you didn't tell them about God. They know correction from you. They know what you like and what you don't like. But they don't know what God like and what God don't like. So when you're not around, that child, your child, gonna be just like that child. You want to be better parents? That's how you better parents. Understand? Hold on. Sorry about that. So am I trying to help you here? Now we're gonna get the Bible and go back to instructions say. See what else we're going to talk about. get mad with me. If you don't got questions, if you ain't seeking God. Let's wait till I get to the church over here first. No, I ain't going that far. I'm going the opposite way. So let's go down. Let's go over here. Let's go the opposite way, because I'm not going towards that church. So when I go around this bend, go back to the construction site, and we're gonna ask God for his topic. We're gonna talk about it. Then I'm gonna ask him from my own eyes. And if it come up with some Bible scriptures that come to my mind, I share it with you. Let's go right here to this let's go right here. Let's get the Bible out. First, let me clean my hands. Don't want to touch the Bible with dirty hands. Remember, you got to keep this with you. Keep it with you. Open the Bible, get the Bible out. We turn it this way. Turn the book anywhere, right? Come over here, right? And just let him do his thing. Let me go inside my bag and walk. Go over here and first let me talk to you. Let me show you the Bible and talk to you. All right? So, sweet Lord, ask you for a topic today, Lord. Give me something to talk about, Lord. I ask you the Spirit to walk around and turn the pages in the Bible, Lord. Enlighten me, Lord. Teach me, Lord. Give me more of you, Lord, and less of myself, Lord. Teach me, Lord, how to be a better man, a better father, a better man in society, Lord. Oh, Lord, I love you, Lord. Amen. Get him over here. Victories of Judah and Impurification Temple. I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can see it. All right, let me see first. Yeah, you can see it. Well, I'm in chapter 7 of Maccabees, 2nd Maccabees, chapter 8. Renaissance from Judah's Maccabees and his companies entered the village secretly, summoned their kindle, and enlisted others who, God, can I finish this, my Lord? Can I finish this? Can I finish it, please? Entered the village secretly. Well, let me go back to it. Chapter 8. Hold on, let me go back. That's 6. The devil don't want me to have it. Okay. Judas Maccabees and his companions entered the village secretly, summoned their kindred, enlisted others who had remained faithful to Judaism. They assembled about 6,000 men. They implored the Lord to look kindly upon this people who were being oppressed by all, to have pity on the sanctuary, which was profane and renegades, to have mercy on the city, which was being destroyed and was about to be leveled to the ground. Okay. So, let's talk about evilness in the city. Right? Hold on. Hold on. Evilness in your home. Evilness in your community. Evilness in your city. Evilness in your subdivision. Evilness in your church. Lord, I leave that up there. I don't mean to litter, but I don't have no place to put it. So, let's talk. Okay. Evilness in your community. That's destroying your community. Okay? Let's go to the Catholics. The priests. You have... Now, I can't use the priests. It's hard to use them. It's hard to use that. Let's use a man that could be a Catholic that's a politician. Okay? Back in my early days, we used to have projects. And projects used to be overwhelmed with drugs and gangs and stuff like that. But now we have difference. They knocked down the projects and started displacing families all over. So now we have a subdivision that's being overwhelmed with gangs. Right? So I'm the mayor. I get petitions of saying so-and-so building is a hazardous to the community. I work, I got my house, I pay taxes, and I don't have freedom on where I pay taxes. Here I am, I pay taxes for the police department. I pay taxes for you to live the way you live. I pay taxes for education. I pay taxes for housing. You know, I'm paying taxes every year. And you're charging me $10,000 a year in taxes. And yet and still, I can't have freedom. I can't have freedom. So now I'm the mayor. I said, well, I do agree we have a problem. But the problem is bigger than me. Okay? Now, I'm going to get backlash for what I'm going to say to you. But I care less about the backlash, because who can be against me when God is for me? But I'm going to have backlash. Okay? You have the most intelligent group of people that works for the CIA, that works for the Pentagon. They have abundant resources to find people in caves. You understand what I'm saying? They have multi-battleships, aircraft that can drop bombs. They go to other countries and use this resources as a police. Do you understand that? They use their military as a police to bring peace. It takes me tons of paperwork just to get I'll think about it, from the Pentagon to bring this type of police presence in the community. What goes on in your community is what the Pentagon and the Capitol wants to take place. Do you understand that? This is what they want. So I can hire more police department, hire more people for the police department. I can increase the wages. I can what else can I do? I can do a lot of things. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if the federal government doesn't want it to happen, they're going to take control of the police department. I can't police what they don't want to be policed. I can't control a situation unless they want it to be controlled. However, you can override all this. You can override all this. Don't try to take a knife and trying to fight the Marines. Fall back and you pray. And I'm going to tell you what you say. Say, God, you are a God of love. You made everything. You even call it beautiful. The trees grow. The trees grow. The grass grow. You have lovely people. You have all this. I understand that there's evil in the world and there's good in the world. But I ask you, how do I give you the glory? Or how do I make you smile? And sometimes I read the Bible and you give me scriptures or you tell me something to do. But you are a working God. You love the work. You love the work. You love to be praised on what you do. You love it. You love to step in and make miracles happen. So I ask you, Lord, to come out and walk with me in my community. I don't want to say a word, but I want your spirit to walk with me. Do you see the places where I can go and see the places I can't go? You own all this. So why can't we walk together? Why can't we pray and praise you together? Why can't we go over there and praise you? Why is they have to have evil over there? Why? You love for me to walk and talk with you. So why can't I walk and talk with you over there? I ask you to clean it up, Lord. Clean it up so we can walk over there Your spirit, see, your spirit can go anywhere, but I'm fleshly, I can't. Make it so I can walk over there, Lord. And he will. And he will. All you gotta do is come out and walk and talk with the Lord. You walk and talk with him, right? And you tell him the place that you can't go. Just say you want a job, you want to work for the federal government inside of a military base. Okay, you walk and talk with the Lord. Now you walking and talking with him, then you go to the military base and stop. Just like this. Lord, I love walking and talking with you, but I would love to walk and talk with you over there too, Lord. You can go over there. I can't. I can't follow you over there. Not unless you make a way for me, Father. Make it peaceful before I can go over there, Father. And he will. You have that power. But you have to first show him that you're interested in him. Show him how much you are grateful to come outside to fresh air. Show him how grateful you are to feel the breeze. Show him how grateful you are to see the grass grow. It's things that you have to do to show God that you're grateful. Speech doesn't do it all the time. Just come out and walk with the Father. Say, walk with me. Then you go to places where gang members, as far as you can go. As far as you can go. If it's a gang environment, they doing drive-by shootings. They doing all this madness. You go as far as you can go in the flesh and say, Father, I wish I can go over there and walk and talk with you. You can go over there, Father. You own the whole world. Why can't we go over there, Father? Why can't we? And I guarantee you, he will clean it up for you and him to walk over there. He will not allow you to be a prisoner. Whom is free indeed. That's all you got to do. Is come out your house. Don't say nothing to the gang members. Don't say nothing to these reckless kids. Don't say nothing to these bad politicians. Don't say nothing to the bad police. You come out your house, you walk and talk with the Lord, and you go as far as you can go, as far as they allow you to go. And you just stop in your tracks just like this. Lord, you can keep going, but I can't. You haven't set me free to walk anywhere I want to walk, Lord. I have boundaries for me to worship in you, Lord. It's a boundary where I can't worship you over there. It's a boundary, Lord. I want to be with you, Lord. You can go. I can't. I want to be with you, Lord. And that's all you got to do. You have the power. And I was mayor. Whatever the Pentagon's doing, if I wanted to get inside the Pentagon, all I got to do is, you see I'm walking and talking? I catch the train. I walk and talk with the Lord in the train. I get to the Pentagon. I go as far as I could, where they got the Capitol Police, Pentagon Police, and stop. Lord, I wish I could walk and talk with you inside the Pentagon. He will. Because who is free indeed. Now, sometimes I film in stores. People say, well, we don't allow filming in here. You know, I don't go to the Lord and say, Well, Lord, don't you see I got a boundary here? I can't praise you everywhere. That's all I got to say is, Lord, I can't praise you everywhere. They won't allow me to praise you, Lord. I want to be free to praise you, Lord. I want to be able to do what I'm doing right now with you, Lord, right here or over there. He will. He will. You can best believe he will. You see what I'm saying? See, I walk and talk because now the Lord is always going to have transportation for me. Because he knows I'm going to walk and talk with him. Or I'm going to drive and talk with him. He's not going to let bondage stop me from walking and talking with him. Do you understand that? You want a job? Walk and talk with the Lord and go to the place where you want to work. And say, stop, right in front of the building. Lord, I wish I could walk and talk with you inside that building. I would love to praise you, Lord. I would love for you can go, but I can't go in there, Lord. I don't even have the clearance to get in there, Lord. Only you can do it. And he will. And I'm not saying that you'll have a job, but you'll be in there one day praising him because he'll make a way. You have the power. You just don't know how to use the power. And I'm telling you what to do. I'm telling you what to do. Now, okay, say, hypothetically, God made me a king. And there's a woman that's over me. And that woman says, well, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. Obey. Then, right? You always walk and talk with the Lord. Walk and talk with the Lord. And say, and walk right towards that person, right? And say, Lord, I can't do this, what I'm doing. I can't. She won't allow me. She won't allow me to do what I'm doing. I don't think I'm hurting no one. I try not to hurt no one, but she won't allow me to do it. I guarantee you, something gonna happen in her life, and she may lose her job, or she get transferred. Because he's a jealous God. He's a jealous God. That's the reason why I tell you in my business, I got raking at. You have all the opportunities to walk and talk with the Lord. I will never stop you from telling God how you feel. Who is free indeed. You are free to praise God. No one in my company will ever hinder you from praising God. I don't care what tongue you speak. I don't care what religion you walk. You have all the opportunities to access God. Anybody that stops you from doing that, I just told you what to do. But you got to come out. You got to come out. And you got to come out in the open. You can't be ashamed of God. You got to come out in the open and publicly. You got to walk with him, talk with him. You got to show him that I am not afraid and I'm not ashamed of you. You come out in the open. That's all you got to do. You see what I do, right? I come out and walk and talk with the Lord. Has it rained? Has it rained? It has rained. But did it rain? When I'm walking and talking with the Lord, I might feel a drop. That drop of rain that's joy. Do you understand? You have the power. You don't know how to use it. So let me help you. If you don't have questions, you're not seeking God. Some people stops me. Sometimes I feel I let it go. But if it's a problem, if I'm doing something wrong, okay, let me tell you one time, right? I was inside Audi's. There was a guy and a gentleman there. I didn't know where the line was. I mean, it's a true story. So I'm standing, I went in the line, and, you know, spacing, it was a lot of spacing. So I thought that the line starts right there. So this brother said, partner, the line's in the back. My flesh wanted to tell him, you see a partner? You see a partner? Smack him. That's my flesh. But God says, you was wrong. You cut in front of him. Say nothing. Because now I'm going to correct him. Whenever he do something wrong, I'm going to bring somebody to him that's going to disrespect him. It might be a white person. Hey, nigga, what you doing, nigga? You understand what I'm saying? And he going to be offended, and God going to say, well, didn't you just call that brother a partner? What's a partner? I ain't your partner. You see what I'm saying? I wanted to correct him, but the Spirit hold me back, saying I was wrong. Now, do you understand? Now, I'm trying my best to give you insight on how you can use your power. Beautiful day. You're walking. You see? Whom is free indeed. You can't. God makes you free. You can't be in bondage. So all you gotta do is come out, walk and talk with him. Show him that you're not ashamed of him. People be in crowds. They see you talking. They might see you talking to your phone or you reading the Bible and say you're crazy. Don't be ashamed of God. I'm not saying yell. You don't hear me yelling. You don't hear me with a bullhorn. You don't hear me doing none of that. Don't be afraid of him. And go to places where they don't allow you to go, or it's unsafe for your flesh to be there. Stop and say, Lord, you can go there. I can't. You say I'm free. And the Lord will say, you're free indeed. And he will make a way. Just use your power. But you got to develop a relationship with him. You understand? I don't tell you things to criticize you. I don't tell you things to hurt your feelings. I just tell you the truth. And God reveals the truth to me. Now I'm back on that evil, wicked in your community. Okay, just say you are a parent, but you don't know how to chastise your child. You knew your child throw tantrums. doesn't respect you, and you are afraid of the laws in place of child abuse. You're afraid of it. Now, another person in church will say, man, I wouldn't allow my child to do that. Hey, you knew. We always don't get it right the first time. You know? We don't get it right the first time. So, okay. You have a relationship with the Father. And say, well, Lord, I don't know how to, parent my child. You know, my child is kind of wild, Lord. I'm trying to establish some type of bondage between me and my child of good and evil. I need you, Lord. And, you know, when your child's throwing a tantrum, don't try to keep your composure. Keep your composure, right? And just talk with him when your child is going through their phases. Hello. And when your child going through your phases, right? Hello. Hey. You walk right up to him as you're talking to God. And stop. Stop talking to God. Walk right up to the problem and stop talking to him. And correct your child. Say, well, I'm sorry. No, don't say I'm sorry. Say, look. No, you can say, look, I apologize if I wasn't a good parent. But I'm learning how to be a parent. But you got to learn how to respect me. Okay? All that, what you're saying, is not showing respect. Because I'm growing. I'm trying to be a better parent. Then after you finish talking to your child, you go back and talk to God. Say, God, I don't want you to hurt my child. But your child distracts me from you. Because he's not listening. Could you get my child on the right path, Lord? You said you could be anything I want you to be. If you was a woman, you said, I asked you to be the father in his life. Correct my child. And leave it like that. That's all. You have the power. You have the power. I don't know. I think I uncovered that. So, you want to talk about another subject, my Lord? Okay, this is what I do. Lord, sweet Lord, do you want to change the topic? Can you do a bird fly over my head, or fly over my head, Lord, if you want me to change the topic? Or give me a topic. If you want me to open the Bible up, Lord, give me a flyover, Lord. That's all I do. He controls everything. There's nothing that he doesn't control. He can take control of the birds. We're gonna make it. And that's all you gotta do. So, we're gonna see if he's gonna do a flyover. You know? I see the birds, but the bird haven't given me a flower. So, we continue talking about wickedness. Wickedness and marriage and your firstborn. What a combination of a topic. Oh, there goes a bird. See him? There goes a bird. Change the topic. We'll go to the College Park. I love you too, my feathered friends. I'm eating my chips. I'm not going to do it. I'll probably do a pork when I come back. Hold on. I get the Bible out. We're going to sit at the bench. Let the word sit next to me. Well, I'll put the Bible out there on the bench and clean my hands. We'll see. Okay, hold on. See, now, get the Bible. I leave it there. I get a drink of water. Well, you can see it turning. Lord, I ask you to change the topic. What you want to talk about, Lord? Okay. Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 30. As for you, prophesy against them all these words and say to them, the Lord roars from on high. From his holy dwelling he raised his voice. Mighty he roars over his sheepfold. He shout like a vinegars echoes over all his inhabitants of the earth. The uproar spreads to the end of the earth. For the Lord has indictment against the nations. He enters into judgment against all flesh. The wicked shall be given to the sword oracles of the Lord. Thus said the Lord of hosts, look, disaster stalks nations after nation. A violent storm surges from the recesses of the earth. Okay. A violent storm rests on the earth. go on my nose. See my feather friend? I'm going to get something to eat, my brother. You don't got to remind me. That's where we going now. Huh? A violent storm rages on earth. Storm could be stress. You understand? A violent storm could be stress. Storm could be sickness. A storm can be financially. A storm could be marriage problems. A storm can be children problems, teachers problems, politician problems, president problems, government problems, federal problems, business problems, employee problems, or it could be natural disasters or thunderstorm problems. A thunderstorm messed up your house. It's a lot of things a storm could consist of. For a violent storm. Now, take the heed of the 3 topics. First topic was marriage and your firstborn. Second topic was evil in the community. And the third is violent storms. All those were storms. So, how do we get these storms? Well, say you are in a ship. Sometimes you got to go through a storm. Or sometimes the storm is so intense, you gotta go around it. Are you equipped to go through it? Or are you too fragile that you gotta go around it? If you are in a storm with the government, go around it. Let me tell you why. Go around it. You're not strong enough to take on that storm alone. Go around it. Gather your thoughts. Turn to the Lord. And let him calm the winds. And let him calm the winds. Oh, thank you, brother. And calm the winds. Understand? And let him calm the winds. If you are going through a storm with your marriage, You may be strong enough to go through it, but you still need help. I'm telling you the best that I know how. I'm going to have storms, but I'm learning how to live with God. And I'm teaching you how to live with him. If you learn to live with God, you question things that goes on. And you want to find out, how is that related to God? Come on, brother. Every law that Biden makes, every law Governor Hogan makes, I question it with God. For example, what if Governor Hogan says, I want to create toll booth on Interstate 95. I want a pre-pass for the whole Interstate 95. And I want to charge $4 an axle to run it. So a car, from beginning to end, that's 2 axles, 8. Well, that's 1. Car is 8. Trucks, no, a car is 4. Trucks, a single axle truck is 8. And goes on. So now, I get to the Lord. How you doing, brother?
All right.
I ask the Lord, how can that money bring glory to you? If it doesn't bring you glory, do you want me to go around it? Just go around 95, stay on Route 1. You understand what I'm saying? Because they set a law, I still have to ask God, how is it glorifying you? And he'll give you knowledge. Here it is. You might be going into a state and you might have a detour one day. That detour is showing you another way to go where you don't have to pay that toll because it's not giving him glory. You understand? I'm just trying to help you out here. Always question God. Always. Yeah, always question, don't question God. Always bring questions of what's going on in your life to God. Don't question him, but question what's going on in your life. How is that related to you? How is my tears related to you? How is my pain related to you? If it's related to you, Lord, remember when I told you I got an allergy? If it's your will, Lord, to give me allergy, make me sneeze. If it's your will, Lord, to give me allergy for my eyes to run, make me cry. If it's your will, Lord, to give me allergy, congestion in my chest, make my breathing hard. If it's your will. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you bring a question to him. If it's your will, Lord, for the state to have tolls, let there be tolls. If it's your will to increase something, Lord, Have your way. That's how you question what's going on in your life with God. If it's your will, if it's your will for me, for my leg to be, if it's your will for me to be in a wheelchair, make my arm stronger to push it. If it's your will for me to have a car, Lord, make sure, Lord, make sure the engine runs well. If it's your will, Lord, for me to walk, Lord, make my legs strong. I'm trying to give you examples. If it's your will. If it's not your will, Lord, remove me from it. You understand? That's how you bring a question to God. Don't question him, but you question what you're going through. Okay? Yeah, we're going to Wawa because Wawa, I'm trying to get a contract with them for the fuel and gas. Now, let's talk about, well, I think church should be just about letting over. Let's let me finish eating my my chips. Oh, I can tell you this. Yesterday at the bio lab, I guess this guy, I don't know, spirit convicted me. He was coughing and he said he needed water. And what happened was, the spirit says, give him water. So I got up. My arm, I wasn't stuck yet. I got up. I had two 2 liter water from 7-Eleven. So I got up, I gave him one. He said, well, I can't drink one. Take it with you. I didn't give it to you to drink now. I give it to you, drink it whenever you want to drink it. And I said, I want somebody to do it to me if I wanted water. The spirit heard you. You wanted water. He heard you. And he convicted me to give it to you. You see what I'm saying? God works like that. I was in that right place at the right time to give him water. I gave him water. Thank you. And we started talking, telling jokes. But as a joke will come to my mind, then as I was about to tell the joke, I couldn't even say the joke. It was like the Lord was like telling me, that's too much attention. That's too much attention. So he took my memory loss and said business. Just do what I tell you to do and don't do no more. Just give the man water. I ain't tell you to feed him. I said give him water. And then, you know, after I told, I said, you know what? It was meant for you to talk to me. And it wasn't meant for me to tell you things. It's meant for you to talk to me. You understand? So, I enjoy this walk and talk with you. Maybe I might do IKEA. I may. If the Spirit convict me. If he don't convict me, I'm gonna enjoy this Sunday drive with him. I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm thinking about the Porsche. Instead of 911 G23, I'm thinking about the Porsche 911 Turbo S. Sunday drive. Sunday drive. Oh yeah, all the cars that me and my wife got for the track, we're gonna be sharing them anyway. We're gonna share them. All right. So let's enjoy this day. The day the Lord has made. Oh, now you see how cloudy this is, right? I already confessed to the Lord that I'm going to Wawa, right? When I get close to Home Depot, I'm gonna show you. You see this cloud? You see the cloud? See everything around me. See everything around me. Watch. All right, talk to you later.